And Everton will win it back and try and go in the break. Andre Gomez though gives it back to Anya, who's actually happy to let it roll out of play for a throw in into the dugout, his own dugout, and he'll take the throw in now just inside the Everton half. Launches one down the line, good header away by Ashley Young, the evergreen Ashley Young. And there's Reina this time. Nico Williams finds himself in space on the edge of the box, hits one low and hard, save by Pickford, comes all the way back out to Williams on the edge of the box. He's now going to go to the byline and cut it back. He does so. Nobody in red can get there, and a cool header back from Idrissa Gueye back to Pickford, all in green. A good save from Pickford, a rasping drive there by Williams, but when you see it again, it was pretty much straight at him, but plenty of power in it. And the first save for either goalkeeper to make is for the England international. Questions raised about him after his role, and at least a couple of Chelsea's half-dozen goals last week. Is he going to be Gareth Southgate's number one at the Euros? He has been for the entirety of Southgate's reign in charge of the national team, but given Everton's struggles this year and Pickford's individual struggles, perhaps there'd be another option. There's a loose pass that Murillo does keep in just right on the line, tries to beat Calvert-Lewin, can't, and now here come Everton. It's Harrison, cross on the right hand side, headed behind by Niakate. Good work there by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The loose pass initially, Murillo kept it in, but Calvert-Lewin harried him and Harrison took it on, and his cross headed behind by Moussa Niakate for a corner to Everton, the first of the day for either side. And the big boys are coming forward. I see in there Doucouré, Branthwaite, Tarkowski, Calvert-Lewin, Gomez and Young too, all in there trying to cause bother in the box as we hit 6 minutes here on Merseyside. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinging corner from Dwight McNeil. Referee Anthony Taylor not happy with some jostling in the box, and it's a lovely stat coming up here for you Forest fans that your side have conceded 14 goals from corners this season, the most of any side in the Premier League. So a nice boost to Everton. Really one to be nervous about if you're a Forest fan. Still, it's Tarkowski and Gibbs White on the line in front of Sells, who are pushing and shoving. Anthony Taylor keeping a close eye on it, but happy to let the delivery come in from McNeil. He whips it into the back post there. Chris Wood is up, it's bobbling around. Gio Reyna gets a foot to it, and eventually there's a foul in there. I think it was given against Everton for a foul on the big Kiwi striker. Has been up for that one. Look at it again and don't really see it. I think Wood just fell over as he went for the header. A few bodies in there, and Anthony Taylor must have decided that he was fouled, but easy for me to say with the benefit of a replay, which the referee doesn't get. But oh well, dear me, Matt Sells with a sliced clearance from the free kick, but Nico Williams bails it out by keeping it in, and it was back to the Belgian all in yellow under pressure by Calvert-Lewin, but he gets it away long, and then Wood tries to nick in ahead of Tarkowski, but I think it's caught the Everton captain's foot there as he tried to nick in, and it's going to be a sore one. Tarkowski, not the type that will go down feigning an injury, but that one's going to hurt. There was a flick on from Gibbs White, actually got up above Branthwaite, and as the two of them came out the ball, I think Wood caught Tarkowski's foot as opposed to the ball, and it's a free kick. Tarkowski back to his feet, bit of a limp, but I'm sure he will shake it off. So Jordan Pickford placing the ball for a free kick, crouching down as if he's taking a conversion at Twickenham, but this old green, orange gloves and orange boots. And he launches it long into the box. Tarkowski's up there with a header. He and Wood challenging this time in the other box, and Wood got the touch on it, so Route 1 has yielded Everton a corner here. They're second of the game. That's it's old fashioned, it's old school, but the old saying is no team likes to be playing facing their own goal. It's actually a fantastic clearing header from Wood just to nick it in ahead of Tarkowski, but now they're going to have a corner to defend. Dwight McNeil again, two hands in the air. Good delivery right on top of the goalkeeper. Sells just to flick it behind out the other side for another corner. Wood was on the line helping him out, but the January signing from Strasbourg, the former Newcastle man, had to get up and punch that one behind. He's another man hoping to go to the Euros with his country. Played in the recent friendlies against Ireland and England last month. Now Andre Gomez is going to take the corner from the right, and in swinger being told to put the ball back in the quadrant, which he pretends to do but doesn't do, and evidently that's enough for the referee. Strange, but here we are. Gomez Right-footed delivery into the front post. That's dreadful. Cleared away by Reina. Kept in on the left-hand side by Harrison. Right-footed delivery also per Danilo. Clears away, and Mikalenko will have to recycle on halfway. Back to Gay. Long sleeves. Feigns to go forward, but instead plays it laterally back to the Ukrainian Mikalenko. Harrison now to McNeil. Out on the left-hand side. Gomez, middle of the Forest half, as we approach 10 minutes at Goodison Park. 0-0 between Everton and Forest. Everton certainly having more territory in possession, but the only save forcing me the keeper was Nico Williams with a rasping drive that Jordan Pickford parried, and now the Welsh international will have a throw-in in line with the edge of his own box here on the right-hand side for Forest. Andre Gomez blocked his clearance. He throws up the line looking for Wood, who's come deep, but a combination of Branthwaite and Mikalenko squeeze him out, and Tarkowski will go back to Pickford, who first time left-footed, sends it long again. He's a big boot on him. Calvert-Lewin wins the flick on Doucouré. He's trying to get to it, but Sells will come out and beat him to it. Niakate is now down, the Senegalese centre half, after clashing with Calvert-Lewin, who really leapt high to win that flick on, but in doing so caught Niakate with an elbow to the face. It's not intentional. I didn't even notice it at first, but again, certainly one that's going to be sore. It's going to sting, and you can see that as Niakate gets to his feet there. Calvert-Lewin having a word with Nicolas Dominguez, pleading his innocence. I don't know if the referee's actually given a free kick in the end. He has indeed. It was going to be a Forest ball anyway, as the ball went through to Sells, but instead he has a free kick just outside his box. And then Niakate to Williams on the right touchline, midway inside his own half, scoops the pass out nicely, and there's Gio Reyna, signed in January on loan from Borussia Dortmund, the American international, son of former Sunderland, Manchester City, Rangers among others, Claudio Reyna, if you remember him. Murillo with a nice touch to get away from Calvert-Lewin, but Everton win it back, but Murillo sends it back to them. And McNeil, midway inside the half, looking for Doucouré, claims of handball. Anthony Taylor says no, and Forest will clear long, and Branthwaite will help it back to Pickford again. He plays a nice left-footed pass into Idrissa Gueye. I didn't see Gueye at first and was a little bit worried that he might have sent that to a Forest player, but good vision from the England goalkeeper. Here's Gomez to Branthwaite now. Everton just calming possession down somewhat. Rolls it across to his defensive partner James Tarkowski, who has certainly fully recovered from that earlier knock suffered with his challenge with Chris Wood. I'm sure it's going to be a battle we'll see all day long at either end. Gomez, good shoulder to hold off Dominguez, who was trying to sneak in to win that one. Now Tarkowski will take it up over halfway into McNeil, bit of space in the middle of the Forest half, approaching the penalty, in behind for Calvert-Lewin, but Murillo read it well and will clear with his left foot. Good work by the Brazilian. Only goes as far as Tarkowski though, just inside the Forest half. He pings one out left to Mikalenko. Gomez to Gueye, and now Branthwaite on the halfway line. Gomez, Mikalenko, lovely touch there, but Dominguez read it and gets in there. Gomez down after a challenge by Williams, and it's a free kick to Everton on the left hand side, around 25 yards from goal. That looked a little bit harsh. We'll have a look at it again. Well, in hindsight, I thought Williams had won the ball the first time, but certainly when you see the replay there, he mistimed his clearance and catches the Portuguese midfielder. Of course, back this season after that a horrific run of injuries, including that gruesome broken leg he suffered here in the challenge with Sun Heung-min, an accidental one of course, but just a real terrible injury. Good to see him back playing again. He's going to deliver this free kick from the right, and he overhits that one. That gets a few groans from the Goodison faithful over the bar of Sells and out for a goal kick. So that free kick in a dangerous position yields nothing, and it brings Sean Dyche out of the bench. We get the first look at him today. A man well used to the throes of a Premier League relegation battle. Certainly not one with the outside influence that has had this season. Reyna with a flick on, looking for Gibbs White, who has been fairly innocuous in the opening quarter of an hour. Branthwaite beat him to that one and now gets it back from Pickford. Tarkovsky in the edge of his own box as the sun is just creeping through the clouds here at Goodison Park. Certainly very grey early Sunday afternoon whenever we kicked off, but a bit brighter now. There's a good ball down the line from Young for Harrison to chase, but Anya and Dominguez squeeze him out and the Nigerian will come away with it, but he's risky play running along the edge of his own box, but Gio Reyna bails him out and his pass will invite Nico Williams to stretch his leg, and he does, up over halfway now for Forest down the right hand side. There's Gibbs White, socks around the shins, looks for a nice little flick to find Danilo, but Doucouré read it. Now Branthwaite strides out defence over halfway. He's going for a run. Nobody's stopping Jared Branthwaite. Calvert-Lewin, right corner of the penalty area. Oh, just didn't look up. Doucouré was coming short, and Calvert-Lewin put it to nobody at the back post. And those Everton fans behind the goal that stood up in anticipation sit down with disappointment, as sadly they so often have this season. Forest now with it still where they had it there, just in the right hand corner, and Gibbs White beaten to it again by Branthwaite. And now Gay finds Doucouré around 30 yards from goal. Outright to McNeil. Mikalenko overlapping with McNeil. Dummies Reyna and goes inside. Looks for Gomez, who didn't see Niakate coming behind him. And the big Senegalese defender sends it down the line. But a throw into Everton, who, like I said, have dominated the ball, dominated territory without really testing Matt Sells. But there's Doucouré and a loose touch gives it away. Chris Wood coming back through defensive work wins it back. Now Dominguez to Anya on the left hand side as Forest open it up. We actually just had a start there that Everton haven't even had a shot on goal yet, and that is their problem. That's why they are where they are on the field as well. Here's Calvert-Lewin to McNeil out in the right hand side, in line with the edge of the penalty area to Gay. Jessica Gay thinks about a shot, but Danilo quickly closes the space down, so it's Doucouré, and he'll sweep it out left. Andre Gomez in the edge of the box. Oh, slips as he tries to dummy Williams, and then fouls the Welshman to compound the misery, and that's a free kick to Nottingham Forest. Williams down and holding his ankle, nothing malicious about it from Gomez, who just slipped at the wrong moment as he tried to dummy his way in, and his desperate attempts to win it back caught Nico Williams. So 16 and a half minutes gone. You're listening to live unofficial Premier League commentary from Goodison Park. This huge relegation clash between Everton and Nottingham Forest, goalless so far. Everton certainly having the ball in more dangerous areas, but Matt Sells in the Forest goal not troubled at all yet. Jordan Pickford has had one shot to save an early long range strike from Nico Williams that he dealt with comfortably. So both sides looking blunt going forward so far, but still early days as the sun is well and truly out now. It's a nice spring afternoon all of a sudden. Throw into Forest on the halfway line in front of the dugouts on the left hand side. Anya will take it and finds Gibbs White in space in the middle. Heavy touch by him though, and Gomez takes it off him on halfway. Andre Gomez to Doucouré, who gets it out of his feet well, looking for Calvert-Lewin, who's strong, and he tries to hold off Niakate and is fouled by Niakate, who is not impressed with the decision from Anthony Taylor. And I would tend to agree with him on that one. That looked like a good old fashioned shoulder to shoulder that Niakate just happened to come out of better. But both the linesman and referee conspire to give that decision against the Forest man. So now it's an Everton free kick in a dangerous spot. It's, if you can imagine with me here, it's on the right hand corner of the penalty area, about 5 steps back from the box. So certainly a dangerous position here. Andre Gomez is standing over it. Jack Harrison has joined him, so it's a right footed and left footed option. Players gathering around the penalty spot in the middle. Anthony Taylor again not happy with some of the jostling in there, but now happy to take. Harrison runs over it. Gomez with a right footed delivery straight into the wall. That is dreadful, truly dreadful. I try and be kind to players, but he actually goes and apologises to the Everton fans as he fishes the ball back for a throw in. That's how bad that was. Dear me, straight at the 2-man wall, and those players who gather in the middle have nothing to do with it, but they still have a throw in and another throw in deep in there. There's Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think that's the first time I've mentioned him getting a toe in. It's only taken me 19 minutes, such has been Forest's lack of attacking intent. Here's Harrison. Hudson-Odoi in there with him again, but Young gets a good cross in. That's dangerous. Williams has to deal with it, flicks it away. Mikalenko edge of the box, left footed, but he lashed at it and sends it over the bar into the stands. But a shot. Everton have had a shot. It's taken them 19 minutes, but the Toffees have an effort on goal. Vitaly Mykolenko must have got a little bit excited, perhaps saw his name in lights there, or perhaps maybe reminded why he's a left back. That's his left-footed shot. Seals over the bar. There's Gibbs White, not happy with the attention given to him by Idrissa Gueye, but Anthony Taylor tells him to get on with it. Forest still have it now with Murillo, and Dominguez now on the edge of his own box, who brings it out to the right hand side for Niakate, who wasn't happy with that decision to give away the free kick. But the free kick that came from Andre Gomez was, well, not one for the highlight reel, let's say. Williams in field to Dominguez, who slips and still finds Reina on the right touchline. His parent club, of course, Borussia Dortmund, making the Champions League semi-finals. He wasn't getting really a look in with them, but certainly he's playing regular football, but at the expense of a Premier League relegation battle. With a Copa America coming up this summer, and him looking to secure his place in a talented USA side, a tournament they're hosting. I'm sure the regular football, and having Greg Berhalter's eyes on him, will do him the world of good. Dominguez midway inside his own half, forward to Gibbs White. He goes to ground again, but no free kick given. Now Everton have numbers ahead. Andre Gomez, good tackle by Dominguez that time, just as Gomez is trying to set Doucouré away. And Nicola Dominguez back in the side after that 2-2 draw with Wolves last week. Intercepts, and Ashley Young then is forced to touch one out for a throw in just inside his own half. Anya hurdles the challenge of Harrison, advantage played, and he has time now to pick out a pass, but he does lovely right under the foot of Nico Williams, right hand side line with the edge of the penalty area. Forrest coming forward, nice bit of skill there, but Reina is forced backwards. And Forest forced all the way back to halfway. That's good pressing from Everton, but not much attacking intent there. Now they're all the way back to Murillo there, and all the way back to the keepers. They've gone from the right hand corner and a very dangerous position all the way back to Matt Sells, who then plays an ambitious ball looking for Williams, but Mykolenko heads it out, so throw in to Forest on the right hand side, basically right on the halfway line, which Williams will take. Back to Niakate, and Danilo, who gets the ball caught under his feet and can't find Wood with a pass, who has gone fairly quiet lately. Here's Gomez midway inside the Forest half, lovely ball out to the right, find Doucouré. Harrison has come central, not much width there for Everton. Ashley Young trying to provide it now, and does. And near to Calvert-Lewin, back to goal 25 yards out. Gomez over the top for Doucouré, and it's just going to be too long, and Sells will beat him to it. Comes out Doucouré with a thumbs up there. The intention was right from Andre Gomez, but just a little bit too much on it, and Matt Sells, to his credit, read it well. That for another lovely crossfield pass, this time from Murillo right onto Williams' boot, but pressure from McNeil forces him all the way back to Sells again. And they go all the way upfield Forest and all the way back, but Wood wins a good header. That's what they need more of. Gibbs White getting on the end of a flick on from Chris Wood. 25 yards from goal, Gibbs White running straight. Hudson-Odoi now in the attacking sense for the first time is in the penalty area. Everton need to be careful, he's tricky. Gay, good defending. Dominguez now to Anya. Hudson-Odoi overlapping. Anya uses him in line with the edge 18-yard box. To Reina, and you're just willing them on here just to try and attack someone, go for it, but instead Forest go backwards. Nuno Espirito Santos men, but now Danilo comes forward. Good sliding challenge by Gay. Ooh, and a Forest man goes to ground. Didn't quite see it. Anthony Taylor doesn't appear to be moved. The Forest bench are furious. They were a lot further away than Anthony Taylor was, and he said no. I didn't even get a chance to see who it was in a red shirt that hit the deck in the area. I said Everton had to be careful. It's Gio Reyna who's gingerly getting to his feet, who was looking for that penalty, but nothing doing, says Anthony Taylor. Interesting to get a replay of that one, but for now Gibbs White has it in the centre circle. Niakate gets it back from Reina, who's now taking up his position on the right hand side again. Loose pass from Niakate to Dominguez almost invited Gay in there, but Forest still have it, not for long though, as Gibbs White falls over. And now McNeil looking for Calvert-Lewin. It's just not clicking for Everton, and Niakate read it well. Forest will come away with Anya down the left hand side. Forest now edging possession after I said about Everton having more of the ball in the opening stages. But we played 24 minutes now at Goodison Park. Live unofficial Premier League commentary this Sunday afternoon. Live on Flash Score UK, live at Goodison Park. It's Mark Strange here. It's Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 0. These two sides just above the trapdoor that Luton currently occupy, but my goodness me, nobody, I think, would have thought that the Hatters would have had a sniff of staying up. Look now, they're on 25 as it stands. If it was stayed, I guess here Forest would move to 27, Everton up to 28. Burnley with a big 4-1 win over Sheffield United yesterday, and all of a sudden Vincent Kompany's cards are showing out of late life. They're on 23. That defeat really puts Sheffield United in trouble. Now we're getting a look at this one here, and well, Ashley Young's a very lucky boy, because it's him who puts his foot in on Gio Reyna and I think catches the American's ankle. And neither Anthony Taylor nor his VAR staff thought that was worth a look. So Everton escape there. Here is Tarkowski. It says Sheffield United, well, people have been saying they're as good as gone for a while now, but to lose 4-1 at home to your nearest relegation rivals, that was one surely that Chris Wilder would have been telling his players all week they must win if they're to have any chance of staying up. And not only did they lose it, they lost it big time. So all of a sudden we have a four-way battle. Crystal Palace are 5 ahead of Everton, so I mean, they're not even safe if any of some of these points deductions perhaps get rescinded. Who knows? That is, like I said, a bit of the farce that the Premier League is in at the minute. Oh, Pickford with a dreadful clearance, and it's come back to Gibbs White, but Mykolenko bails him out, and Pickford will clear. Great challenge there by Vitaly Mykolenko as Morgan Gibbs White was preparing to shoot. A dreadful clearance to Pickford. It went straight to Reyna, who sent it in to Gibbs White. But a good challenge from Everton's Ukrainian left back there. Saying there, the farce really that is this VAR. So, well, VAR is a farce in itself. That's not the one I was thinking of. As Gay comes forward now. Gomez scoops one out left there that Mykolenko will leave for McNeil. He whips one in. Good ball in. Calvert-Lewin wins the header and just was always stretching his neck muscles, and the header was fairly weak in the end, but did well to get in the end of McNeil's cross. If anything, Calvert-Lewin needed somebody to nod that down to. Doucouré, well, he was a bit flat-footed and didn't start running until it was too late. Had he read that, perhaps he could have nicked in there to get on the end of the knockdown from Calvert-Lewin, but instead the ball drifts harmlessly into the gloves of Sells, and Murillo breathes a sigh of relief as his clearance almost went straight to Calvert-Lewin, but it'll come back to Sells again. The first I really wanted to talk about was the points deductions, FFP, profit and sustainability. Look, all I'll say on the issue is that, yes, of course, everyone wants their clubs to be run well. Yes, of course, you don't want to be run into the ground. But, well, I could go on for days about it. At the end of the day, we're all football fans. And all of a sudden, outside influences on football are having bigger and bigger impact. Hudson-Odoi now. Oh, spilled by Pickford and Wood nearly in. Oh, dear me, Pickford looks the calmest man in the building, but I can assure you there's about 40,000 Everton fans in here who all took a sharp intake of breath at once. Hudson-Odoi's effort was a bit of a scuffer along the ground. Pickford should have had it easily, but he spilled it and Wood was almost in, but Pickford recovered just in time. And my final thought, as I say, on the issue is we're all football fans. We want to see leagues decided on the pitch, not in meetings and hearings and boardrooms and things like that. And it's just disappointing that that is the way it has gone so far. Fans, I think, too, disillusioned by the inconsistencies of points deductions. There seems to be no rhyme or reason as to the amount they're given or why, or the appeals process, and the fact, like I said, that more than likely the appeals might be heard before the end of the season, but the decisions may not come until after the final ball is kicked on the last day, meaning nobody knows what's happening. Well, that just is the cherry on a really rotten cake. Here's a ball out to Idrissa Gueye, and he's given Everton a lead out of nothing, and that is more like it from Everton. Idrissa Gueye, he'll not hit better shots in his life, but that one from the edge of the box has wrong-footed Matt Sells and gone into the bottom corner via the post. And on 29 minutes, Everton lead. I said, we're football fans, we want to see games decided on the pitch, and Idrissa Gueye has gone some way to doing so there. Half an hour gone at Goodison, we have a goal, it's Everton who take the lead, and you can feel the relief around Goodison Park with this one. A cross came in from the left hand side from McNeil. Ola Aina's header clear wasn't a great one, straight to Idrissa Gueye on the edge of the box. Yes, it's a bit of a low one, but it's curving and swerving away from Matt Sells, who perhaps was a little bit unsighted, and it kisses the inside of the post and into the corner, and Everton have the lead. Idrissa Gueye, not exactly renowned for his goal scoring, but well, nobody really this season for Everton has been renowned for their goal scoring, so those Toffees fans will take a goal anywhere they can. Gueye absolutely loving it, sliding on his knees in front of those Everton fans. Nuno Espirito Santo, a gentle shake of the head. Jordan Pickford gives a fist pump to the Gladys Street end behind his goal, and all of a sudden the mood is lifted. I said the sun had come out not so long ago. Idrissa Gueye's second league goal of the season, and on half an hour it's Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Branthwaite heads a ball away. Now Forest are going to have to come out and do something. Not saying they're playing for the draw in the first place, but certainly they now have to, the onus is on them to come out and do something. Doucouré and Aina collide right in front of Nuno Espirito Santo, who then doesn't give Ashley Young the ball for a throw in, but Goodison is rocking. Idrissa Gueye is the reason for it. The cross from McNeil from the left didn't pick out anyone in blue, but Ola Aina's clearance header did. It comes to the Senegalese international, and he struck it hard and low with his left foot, and whatever English he put on the ball, it spun away from Matt Sells and in off the inside of the post, and Everton have the lead. What a huge goal that could be in the context of this season. Still a long way to go, but Everton have their tails up. Free kick to Forest midway inside their half, which Nicola Dominguez will take, but Anthony Taylor not happy with where he took it from. Now they're back underway. Argentinian Dominguez to Murillo. Back to Dominguez. Haven't seen much from his midfield partner Danilo. Here's Gibbs White in his lime green boots, socks around his shins, captain's armband on. But he has been a peripheral figure in this game too. He needs to get into things more if Nottingham Forest want anything out of this game. Hudson-Odoi sent to the ground by Ashley Young right in front of the dugouts again. And it's a free kick to Forest, which they are looking to take quickly, but Anthony Taylor not letting them do so. And eventually when they do, the free kick goes through to Jordan Pickford, who booms the ball forward, left footed. Calvert-Lewin's there and wins another good header, but again there's nobody in blue getting on the end of that there. They need somebody, whether that's Doucouré, McNeil, Harrison, anybody in blue, to start running in behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or playing just off his shoulder and can react to his knockdowns, because he's doing well. He's getting some change out of Niakate and Murillo at the back for Forest. It's a throw into Everton, much to Nico Williams' dismay. Mikolenko takes it and goes back to McNeil on halfway, under pressure by Reina, but there's an outlet there for Jared Branthwaite, who has been, I say, one of the lone bright spots for Everton this season. But of course then, with financial issues etc, the goal question comes, will he be here next year? The Everton fans enjoying him while they can, and he'll be hoping to be part of an Everton team that keeps their Premier League status once more. Gueye on halfway, the goal scorer. Off Nico Williams, super work down there by Andre Gomez in front of the away fans, who are looking decidedly glum in that corner. Gomez will leave the throw for Mykolenko. Gets it back via Gomez in that corner, and another throw off Gio Reyna. Mykolenko picks up the spare ball off the cone, and away we go. Doucouré, he went to ground, immediately told to get up under the challenge of Nicola Dominguez, perhaps looking for a penalty right in the edge of the box. Gomez sends it down the line. Oh, that sums up the Nottingham Forest day. He sent it down the right hand touchline where Morgan Gibbs White was on his bike trying to get on the end of it, and in the end Williams' pass hits him in the back and goes out for a throw in. Ball's now at the feet of Pickford, left footed down the line, and Calvert-Lewin challenging with Williams down there, and has gone to ground holding the small of his back, and hopefully that's not one of concern. It's actually Dwight McNeil, and apologies, it was Calvert-Lewin was running off him, but Williams and he just colliding. I think Williams' knee just catching him in the base of his back, but he is back to his feet and seems okay. Throw in taken, and Niakate sends one down the right touchline to absolutely nobody, takes one bounce and goes out for a throw in. That's dreadful from Moussa Niakate. Nottingham Forest need more than that, and that will surely frustrate Nuno Espirito Santo and their supporters down in that corner. There's Gomez, who has had a busy game and a good game for the most part. That's a strange pass to Tarkowski, but he sends it forward with his head, and Reyna beats Gomez to the ball, and Gay twists and turns away from Gibbs White. Now the sunshine is bright, matching the mood here at Goodison Park. The grey skies that greeted us at kickoff certainly matched the mood among both sets of supporters, but now all of a sudden sunshine matches the mood here. Murillo steps away in defence to try and rob McNeil, but Everton still have it. Now the Brazilian has to get back into position quickly. Gomez in the centre circle, out right to Doucouré, midway inside the Forest half, and out to Doucouré, and he stretches his big long legs. He goes for a cross for Calvert-Lewin, just doesn't connect, and will send on his way for a goal kick. Right idea from Doucouré and Calvert-Lewin, but an apologetic hand from Doucouré. We've played 38 minutes now here at Goodison Park. You're listening to live unofficial Premier League commentary this Sunday afternoon at Goodison Park. It's Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Idrissa Gueye's goal just before the half hour mark, the difference between these sides. And Danilo almost robbed by Doucouré. He slipped, and after Doucouré tried to nip in, but well done by the Brazilian, who now sends the ball looking forward for Hudson-Odoi, but Ashley Young does an excellent job and nods it back to Pickford, who bowls it out overarm with his left arm, out to Young, who is back in the right back position. There's Harrison in front of his manager Sean Dyche, and he looks for Doucouré, and Doucouré sort of give up on that one, but Danilo miscontrols. However, Niakate will get rid. Again, a bit of an aimless ball forward, and Everton send it back. Calvert-Lewin winning another good header. This time Harrison is there, and he nods it down and turn to Gomez. Can't get through Reyna and Anya, and then he and Ashley Young come in either side at Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is floored by that challenge, and that's about as sound a free kick as you'll ever see. No complaints from anybody there. That's a free kick to Forest right on the left touchline. Again, a lot of play down in front of those dugouts. Espirito Santo and Sean Dyche prowling on the edge of them. Espirito Santo all in navy, Dyche all in black, and the two of them are giving their team plenty of instruction down there. So it's not the only Premier League action this afternoon. We even have 3 games live for you after this one on Flash Score UK. 2 3 o'clock kickoffs: Villa Park, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and Crystal Palace, West Ham. And Forrest, it drops down to Gibbs White, he hits into the ground. Wood, oh what a save by Pickford at his near post. It's still there for Wood. What a tackle by Tarkowski. It's still there. Hudson-Odoi on the left hand side now, but Forrest denied. A super save by Pickford and a wonderful tackle by Young, and now Pickford comes out and claims the cross in front of the Gladys Street end, who are absolutely loving that one. Hearts and mouths there for Everton. It was a mishit shot initially from Morgan Gibbs White that dropped to Chris Wood, whose initial shot smothered by Pickford, and then it's actually two tackles from Tarkowski. I missed the first one. Pickford and Tarkowski both on a mission to stop Chris Wood there, and out of nothing Forrest almost had an equaliser from a mishit Morgan Gibbs White shot that fell for Chris Wood, a super close range save from Pickford, and then a double tackle from Tarkowski to deny the big Kiwi striker. Huge moment in this game, and it's Everton now come away for it. The other game, by the way, this afternoon, 4:30 from Craven Cottage, Fulham against Liverpool. All of these you can hear live, as always, here on Flash Score UK. We'll keep you abreast of all the action. Now here's Danilo to Dominguez. Now will that get Forrest's tail up? They go back again to Niakate in the centre circle. He rolls it laterally to Murillo, his centre half partner. He shrugs off a challenge of Calvert-Lewin, then plays a pass to nobody that Mykolenko is happy to let run for Jordan Pickford, and he'll pick that one up. Let's get another look at this one. The shot from Gibbs White hit it down into the ground, but Pickford just got across, made himself big, smothered the shot, and then Tarkowski just putting his body in the way, whatever way he could. And two super tackles from the captain, who now passes back to Pickford on the edge of his own box, who slips as he sends the right footed ball forward. It comes to Dominguez, but he's on halfway, and Pickford will have time to get back, but that was almost a costly error there. But Forrest unable to capitalise. They do still have it though with Anya. His attempt to pass blocked by McNeil, and the two of them challenge. Nearly goes straight down the tunnel. And it's a throw in to Nottingham Forest. 3 minutes plus any stoppage time that Anthony Taylor feels is appropriate left at the end of this first half. It'd be remiss of me as well not to mention that we have the second FA Cup semi-final coming out this afternoon. Coventry against Manchester United from Wembley. A 3:30 PM kickoff in that one, to see who will join Manchester City in the final after Bernardo Silva's late goal last night against Chelsea sent them through. But will it be another back-to-back all-Manchester final, or could Coventry City upset all the odds and see a championship team into the final? Delivery here from Gibbs White, the Branthwaite header away. We're at the battle here with two teams desperate not to become championship teams next year. Here's Hudson-Odoi, dinks one in over the top for Dominguez, just too long, that was dangerous. Nicolas Dominguez getting a bit of a pocket of space, but the pass from Hudson-Odoi just too long. We're getting another look at this. I think that ball might actually come up Pickford's face. It hit his hand first, then his face, and he gave a roar to the Gladys Street end after that save. Some people don't like that about him, but one thing for sure about Jordan Pickford is he is passionate and he puts his heart on his sleeve. And as an Everton fan behind that goal, they were loving it too. Mykolenko, heavy touch for Reina, nips in, and I would to Gibbs White on halfway. Williams, as Forrest seems to be finishing this first half in the ascendancy. Niakate. Dominguez. Looking for options, none really appearing, so he plays a short 1-2 with Reina, and now back to Niakate. Gibbs White, good touch from him, the ball on a string on his feet there. Williams, his pass does find Gibbs White, on outside of the foot cross to Hudson-Odoi at the back post, and claims of handball against Ashley Young. Both Wood and Hudson-Odoi are both adamant that Ashley Young handled that one. The referee has given a corner. Let's see. Oh, it certainly does hit a hand, but I think it hits Ashley Young's thigh and onto his hand. But I mean, your guess is as good as mine these days as to what a handball rule is. It has definitely hit his hand, but I think it comes off his thigh first. And it is going to be a corner. I don't even think Anthony Taylor is going to get any advice on that one. Gibbs White and he now discussing, saying, did you really handle it? I don't know, but It's going to be a corner to Forest, a right-footed in-swinger from Reina. Oh, bodies in there, bodies on the ground. Everton cleared away, good header. Anthony Taylor, I think that time, just deciding there's too many bodies in the ground, so we'll just let it play. Back in from Reina to the back post. There's still an Everton man down on the ground. And now, Everton players are furious, saying the referee that was a head injury to James Tarkowski, and he didn't stop it. And certainly Tarkowski's looking a bit groggy there. Let's see. Oh, it's his own teammate, actually, Branthwaite, who goes past him as he's tracking Niakate. And it's his back, or his sort of his oblique area on his side, that catches Tarkowski in the head. He is sort of on his hands and knees, Tarkowski, now getting himself back to his feet. But Everton players furious with Anthony Taylor that he didn't call time there on a head injury. It's Ashley Young, yeah, he certainly got away with one there, I think. The more you see it. But again, the referee doesn't have a replay initially, but not even a VAR intervention. We are over the 45 here, by the way. No word on stoppage time as of yet. It's another Forest corner, by the way, after all that, after Tarkowski is back to his feet. I don't know whether he's gone off, but we're playing 2 minutes now of stoppage time. Already about 40 seconds that has gone by, and the referee now is coming over to look at the screen. For what? Oh, he's actually going to dish out a card here. I thought he was going to look at VAR there. But he is striding with purpose over to the bench, and is going to book one of Nuno Espirito Santo's backroom staff. Therefore, they does protest, and he's been told to go and sit back down in the dugout, and getting a bit in the ear from those Everton fans sat next to him. You can't really escape the fans here at Goodison Park. They are tight on you everywhere you look. Something that after next season, of course, we won't see anymore. As exciting as Everton's new ground is, that's a sad thought. Danilo's cross in, good header away at the front post by Calvert-Lewin. Another corner. The clock here says we've played 90 seconds of the 2 minutes, but that was the first action of it, so certainly we'll go beyond that. Danilo again. It's Rui Pedro Silva, I've been told, is the member of the Forest backroom staff, carded by Anthony Taylor, the first booking of the match, ironically. In it comes, and Danilo right on top of the keeper again, and Calvert-Lewin heads it into the Gladys Street end. So back doing some good defensive work. And Danilo again can just sit where he is, and third time in a row, we're getting deja vu here watching him place the ball. He'll be hoping for his not third time in a row to find the head of Calvert-Lewin. In it comes again from Neil. This time he goes back post, and it lands on the roof of the net. And after all that pressure, 3 corners in a row, penalty appeal. The referee does in fact blow for half time. Not much time added on for the card for the Nottingham Forest bench, but Everton lead 1-0 at the break. They've had to weigh up some Nottingham Forest pressure just be close to half time here, but they lead 1-0. Idrissa Gana Gue's goal on the half hour mark has the Toffees ahead at the break. Can they hold on to that lead for what would be a monumental 3 points here at Goodison? Join me shortly. The Everton team, as Branthwaite goes back to his goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Branthwaite is joined at the back by Tarkowski. In centre half, fullbacks Ashley Young, Vitaly Mikolenko. In midfield, the goal scorer Jessica Gay, along with Andre Gomez and Abdoulaye Doucouré, with Dwight McNeil and Jack Harrison on the wings. Dominic Calvert-Lewin up the middle. And for Nottingham Forest then, we have Matt Sells in goal. I'm coming forward here now, so I'll get you their side in a second. It's Hudson-Odoi on the left hand side, in line with the 18-yard box, gets a cross in, Tarkowski gets a head on it, and Pickford, he taps it outside his box. That was close. I think you see with the fact the ball was still in the penalty area, even though his legs and feet weren't. So it was very close there, 2 minutes into the second half, from an error by Jordan Pickford, but he played that one well in the end. That Forest team away, Matt Sells in goal. Back four, Nico Williams, Musa Niakate, Murillo and Ola Anya. Danilo and Nicola Dominguez in midfield along with Gio Reyna. While Callum Hudson-Odoi and the captain Morgan Gibbs-White are in support of Chris Wood. Here come Everton now, Doucouré on the right hand side to the byline, gets it across away by Murillo, and he steers it in the path of Callum Hudson-Odoi, and now he's away on the left hand side, trying to get up over halfway. Hudson-Odoi out right to Williams, midway inside the Everton half. Gibbs-White to Dominguez. Williams on the right hand side, line with the edge of the 18-yard box, goes back to Dominguez. Everton closing down space, Forest trying to use it. Good block by Branthwaite on Gibbs-White, and Mikolenko will come out with it, and Pickford will clear. So we are starting to get a few shadows around Goodison, making it difficult for players to see. This left touchline, about the first couple of steps onto the pitch, and the left touchline, the dugouts where Andre Gomez is in the shade, as is Jordan Pickford's box. But the rest of the pitch in resplendent Merseyside spring sunshine. And this Sunday afternoon we kicked off, and for about the first 15-20 minutes of this game under grey skies, and perhaps that was just summing up the mood around Goodison and among the visitors' Forest. But the sun has come out, and certainly smiles were shining here when Idrissa Gueye's effort from the edge of the box on half hour, nestled in the bottom corner by the inside of the post. Good tackle by Jared Branthwaite and Morgan Gibbs-White, and Doucouré comes away powerfully from Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi sticks with him though, and Doucouré has to double back. And that's back with James Tarkowski. He took a couple of blows in the first half, one of them to the head, and he didn't go off with it, which, well, that's perhaps an issue that, amongst all other things, financial fair play, VAR, all the rest, something certainly I believe anyway that football needs to be taken more seriously is head injuries. But He seems to be okay. Let's hope that's the case. The ball back with Jordan Pickford, Owen Green, the Everton goalkeeper, to Tarkowski. I said Everton blue shirts, white shorts, white socks. Nottingham Forest all in red. Ball down the line for Calvert-Lewin, who acrobatically tries to keep it in, but the ball beats him to the touchline. But it's a throw into Forest deep in their own territory on the left hand side. That Ola Aina will grab that ball to take the throw in. Down the line, flicked on by Wood, and Hudson-Odoi getting behind here. Loads of space. Mykolenko coming back across. Does well to force Hudson-Odoi out, but he cuts it back move for Reina. Good interception by Branthwaite. Gomez now, they're on the edge of the box. Forest is with Gio Reyna twisting and turning. He puts it into space on the right hand side of the box for Nico Williams. Williams stabs it in there. Pickford catches it and brings it in. That danger, my goodness. Super work there by Vitaly Mykolenko, and Pickford gives him a fist bump on the way past there. He did an excellent job when Callum Hudson-Odoi get in behind, and he can really motor. But Mykolenko getting in behind with him and just forcing him wide. Did well not to commit to the tackle. It would have been dangerous. Could have been a penalty written all over it. But he did a super job. And Everton survive, and Niakate forced to volley that one into touch midway inside his own half with Calvert-Lewin sniffing around him. We're going to see a Forest sub here already, 6 minutes into the second half. It looks like the Swedish international, formerly of Manchester United, of course, Anthony Elanga, is getting ready. He's a really dangerous player to bring off the bench. Don't know whether they'll go a straight swap, you would think, for either. Well, it's more than likely Callum Hudson-Odoi with Gibbs White with the captain's armband. Elanga is a wide player, but maybe they'll shift things about a bit and maybe sacrifice a defensive-minded player for an attacking one, as Nicola Dominguez there, as he went for that ball, slipped and nearly went down the tunnel. Such is the tightness of Goodison Park that it's going to be a throw in the right as Andre Gomez apologises, seeming it was he at fault for Dominguez nearly disappearing down there. Long throw down the line taken by Williams. Good header out by Branthwaite, and Forest now a bit of territory and looking to put Everton under more pressure. Williams will come up the line to take the throw in again into the corner for Hudson-Odoi, and Mykolenko are challenging. Both of them leave the ball behind him, and it's the two number 7s, McNeil and Williams, who go to challenge. And now right in the corner, everybody's getting involved. It's a mess, and it's a throw into Everton at all that. Morgan Gibbs White can't believe it, but that's the sort of fight that Everton fans want. That's the sort of fight that Everton need in this relegation battle, and that was super work there. Mykolenko and McNeil on Gibbs White and Williams, and now that sub for Forest looks like it might be made. No, Mykolenko's going to take the throw down the line instead, and headed back there by Dominguez above Gomez. That'll be a throw in about 10 yards further forward from where Mykolenko took the original one. It is going to be a sub, and as I said, it's Gio Reyna coming off for Anthony Elanga. Reyna, a bit more attack-minded midfielder, but perhaps that'll be a case of, will they move Gibbs White into more of that number 10 role behind the striker and push Elanga out wide? That's what I would imagine, but we shall see. I'm no tactician by any means. Doucouré looks for Calvert-Lewin, and Murillo just gets in there, and Danilo. And that's spread out left looking for Hudson-Odoi, but well read by Ashley Young, who is a couple of steps ahead of Hudson-Odoi. Has Harrison to his right, screaming for it. He has to sort of jitter his run there, and now he comes into the box. Harrison, and a tackle by Anya, puts it behind for a corner, the first of the second half for Everton, in front of the Gladys Street end. He'll be trying to suck this ball into the net and open up a bit of room, because as much as they are delighted to be 1-0 up, 2 and that bit of breathing room will be more than welcome. Dwight McNeil applauds the supporters who are giving him a round of applause back as he was over to take this left-footed in-swinging corner. Tarkowski, Calvert-Lewin, Branthwaite, Doucouré, a few big men to aim for in there for Everton. In it comes here. McNeil goes deep, and there's a lot of cluster of bodies. Tarkowski gets in there. Calvert-Lewin just wide. Oh, a snapshot from Calvert-Lewin after Tarkowski had won the header at the back post, and it just goes wide of the goal. I'm not too sure Matt Sells or anybody in a red shirt saw that one. There was bodies all over the place. How Calvert-Lewin even got a shot away. There's about 3 players on the ground in front of him, but he managed just to get the snapshot away and just couldn't guide it inside the post. So now Forest survive that. 10 minutes played in the second half. Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. This unofficial Premier League commentary. These two sides desperate to stay Premier League clubs, and so far the Toffees have the advantage here. Branthwaite down the line. Niakate intercepts, gives White in the path of Danilo, who tries to open the can out left to Hudson-Odoi, and Young gets in there with a super tackle. Hudson-Odoi not happy, he's writhing around the box there in disbelief that the foul is not given, but even from my angle that looked a real perfect tackle by Ashley Young. And while Hudson-Odoi is still down campaigning, Ashley Young has Everton on the attack over the halfway line. Goes back to Gay, and now Gomez right on the centre spot. Those two have had a bit of running battle today, Ashley Young and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Young played more as a winger in the, not that he was much going forward in that 6-0 drubbing by Chelsea on Monday night, but slotting into right back now with both Nathan Patterson and Seamus Coleman injured, and doing a super job at it too. In fairness to him, and now Danilo will get, which he does in fairness to him, and now Danilo will get it away from the edge of the box, and Jared Branthwaite has stayed down and has not moved. Anthony Taylor criticised in the first half for not stopping play for a head injury for Tarkovsky. Don't know if this is a head injury, but meanwhile Anthony Alanga gets down the line first and Mikolenko clears. Still Anthony Taylor will not stop the game. Sean Dyche is apoplectic on the sideline, and eventually about 90 seconds, nearly 2 minutes after Branthwaite went down, the referee stops the game. And I said Branthwaite limped off in the defeat at Stamford Bridge. Back in the side today, and oh, that's a nasty one left on him there by Nicola Dominguez, I believe it was. We look back at that one on Ashley Young and Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I said it looked clean at the time, and I'm not too brave to admit that I think I got that wrong, and I think for the second time today Ashley Young has got away with one. There was one in the first half where he seemed to catch the foot of Callum Hudson-Odoi and coming sliding in there. I think he's got the ball, but after going through the foot or ankle. And now you see Ashley Young, I don't know who he's talking to, they're out of shot, but I can see Ashley Young mouthing words, come on, come on. I think he's trying to say, really? There's no way that's a foul. Maybe trying to kid himself as much as anybody. Jared Branthwaite, by the way, wincing in pain as Everton medics rub ice onto his left ankle. Yeah, there's one. The first is actually on Gio Reyna. Apologies, my recollection was wrong there. We're getting a look at Ashley Young catching Reyna. Oh, he's had 3 penalty calls potentially against him today. I forgot about the handball. Ashley Young, my goodness me, must be the luckiest man inside Goodison Park this afternoon. The first of all, what looked like a trip on Gio Reyna, the handball appeal, and then the sliding tackle on Hudson-Odoi. None of them given as penalty kicks, and Jared Branthwaite is limping fairly heavily here. Will he be able to continue? Let's hope so for Everton's sake. 58 minutes gone here, we're back underway. Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. And I would say Nuno Espirito Santo at the end of this game, regardless of result, will have a word or two about Anthony Taylor and Ashley Young today. Now there's a good ball from Murillo into the box for Gibbs White. He goes back to Anya. Hudson-Odoi on the left hand side line of the 18-yard box. He dummies Harrison, but the Leeds low knee sticks with him. And Hudson-Odoi is forced back to Murillo and all the way back to the halfway line. Hudson-Odoi, and then he goes back to his goalkeeper Sells on yellow, the Belgian international, outside of his box. And Forrest with the bill from the back. Sean Dyche will like that. The side have been nice and compact today, and it's going very well so far for them. Now here's Anya on the left hand side, midway inside the Everton half. Nice touch from Gibbs White, gets it back from Hudson-Odoi. Can he beat it in the byline? No, I think that ball got there first. Management says no, but Branthwaite, who is back on the pitch now, intercepts anyway. That looked like that went over the byline, but Jared Branthwaite's on a one-man mission to clear it here and avoids the challenge of Alanga. Sends one down the line for Calvert-Lewin in the chase, but Niakate beats him to it. Now Murillo in the centre circle will bring it forward for Forest. Ball right up the middle, looking for a Wood, but the header brings it to Gibbs White, and he's put it wide. Huge chance for Nottingham Forest on the hour mark, probably their biggest of the game, and it was the man you probably wanted to fall to, Morgan Gibbs White. The ball up the middle from Murillo was intended for Chris Wood. James Tarkowski got his head to it, which diverted it into the path of Gibbs White. He still had Wood to work with, but tried to curl one beyond Jordan Pickford, instead curls it beyond the far post. Let's have a look at this one here. Well, the one that he cut back that Branthwaite intercepted was miles over the byline, so Everton probably would have felt a bit aggrieved if that goal had counted. I thought it was a good bit afterwards, but huge chance there for Morgan Gibbs White, and now we've Dominic Calvert-Lewin down getting some treatment. Didn't see what happened to him, and that is the last thing Everton want. What he wants out of it looks like his afternoon's done, because the Portuguese forward Beto is standing on the sideline ready to come on, and let's hope that's just a precaution of taking off Calvert-Lewin as opposed to a necessity. So unfortunate. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, seems to be stretching out his right leg, not sure what the issue is, but maybe a knee. Maybe jarred a knee or something like that, but desperately sad for Calvert-Lewin, and let's hope it's... Well, Beto has put on a high-vis vest again. I don't know, maybe that's just the fourth official telling him he has to while he's not on the pitch, or whether they've got word that perhaps Calvert-Lewin is okay. Branthwaite is okay, and Calvert-Lewin sort of doing a hop, skip and a jump as he gets back to his feet and seems to be putting weight on it, but there's a difference between, I suppose, walking off the pitch and running after a through ball or jumping for a header, so we shall see. Beto is still in his kit, but in his high-vis vest, and is going for a run down the line, so certainly for now at least, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to try and run this one off. Good to see, let's hope he can, and that any substitution of him is purely tactical and not for any injury-related reasons. Goal kick here after all of this, to be taken by Pickford after that poor miss by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Sorry, Morgan Gibbs White. Apologies, thinking too much about the Everton striker. Now Gibbs White, no foul given on Gay, and Anthony Taylor certainly letting a lot run today. Danilo Williams, right corner of the box, cuts it back. Wood with a flick, and McNeil gets in the way, and Gomez will clear. Everton committing bodies back to defend there. Good work it was from Dwight McNeil in the end. Nice flick there from Mikalenko on the halfway line back to Gomez. He's trying to fend off Dominguez. They've had a good midfield battle today. That's with Doucouré, who puts Tarkowski under pressure from Wood, and that's a bit of scary defending from Everton, but they get it away to Harrison. Still midway inside their own half though, and he goes down. Another challenge from Anya, but it's one back, and now Hudson-Odoi for Forest. That was risky from Everton, and they weren't able to clear. Back to Danilo midway inside the Everton half in the centre circle for Niakate. Back to Dominguez. Danilo and Murillo, the two Brazilians. Out left to Hudson-Odoi, who's chalking the boots right on the left touchline in front of the away end. Looks for Danilo with a run, and that one will beat him to the side of the byline. And that Forest threat comes to an end. Frustrating for Nuno Espirito Santo's men, but Sean Dyche, after his side, gave the ball away a little bit cheaply. Were well organised in defence there, and really, I think, forced the error from Hudson-Odoi. It's certainly his error, an overhit pass, and the Forest Portuguese manager stands arms crossed, of course, taking over mid-season from Steve Cooper. It wasn't really a popular decision to get rid of Steve Cooper. The decision to appoint the former Tottenham manager, Wolves, Tottenham, and Al Ittihad manager, among others. It was one that sort of met with a bit of apathy from the Forest fans, and certainly on the pitch, regardless of those deductions, things have not gone well for Forest. Just 2 wins in 2024, one more than Everton's, to be fair, but hardly setting the world alight. There's Calvert-Lewin back on and chasing all the way into the corner of Niakate, and that ball's going to run. It was going to stick on the corner flag. Niakate was trying to let it run, and he's forced to play it past to Dominguez to get rid of that danger. And Niakate right down into that corner. You can probably feel the fans breathing in his neck. He was that close, and he had been ruining the corner flags. He tried to let that one roll, but now Forest have come on the attack. Wood out left to Hudson-Odoi, approaching this edge of the penalty area. Here he is. Right hand or left hand corner of the penalty, gets it in, Branthwaite away. Good header from him. Comes back to Dominguez, 30 yards out. Thought of a shot, took a bit of a heavy touch, and instead clips one out right to Gibbs-White, who's offside. That's really poor for Morgan Gibbs-White. Well, he's complaining to somebody else, but he was offside. Has a go at the linesman. Let's blame everybody else, Morgan. You were the one offside. Poor from the Nottingham Forest captain. And it's given Everton a free kick to clear their lines here in the left-hand corner. As we've played 65 minutes at Goodison Park. It's Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Idrissa Gueye's goal on the half-hour mark. The difference between the sides. Everton have certainly had a couple of hairy moments, but for Kowski, who spins away from Gibbs-White, the two captains on the edge of his own box there. And now a ball, almost found Doucouré, but Williams gets in the way, and Danilo with an optimistic pass, but Hudson-Odoi is putting Young under pressure, and down goes Young as a free kick given against Hudson-Odoi in the left corner in front of those Forest fans. I don't think he even has the energy to complain. He just gives the referee a bit of a death stare there and shakes his head. He'll be feeling a bit hard done by. I think he's got his hands on his back. It's certainly a foul, but given the, well, let's just say fortuitous circumstances in which Ashley Young somehow hasn't managed to give away a penalty today. That's another one going against Callum Hudson-Odoi. And now we're getting two Everton changes. One of those changes is the removal of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He was okay to continue about 5 minutes ago, but is now on his way off and being helped off, let's say, by Nicolas Dominguez, as he's not exactly making his way to the sideline too quickly. It's a double change, so Calvert-Lewin is off and Beto is on. James Garner is also on here for Andre Gomez, who I think had an excellent game in midfield. Garner, though, has become a bit of a fan favourite with the Everton fans this season. His versatility, playing at fullback, centre half, midfield, everywhere you want them to. The former Manchester United youth product. He's on for the last 25 minutes, as is Portuguese forward Beto. Pickford's long ball looks for Beto, and he actually wins a header. And it's go out for a throw in to Forest, who's up challenge now with Ola Anya, who now has ball in hand with this throw in on the left hand side, midway inside his own half. The Nigerian international, formerly of Chelsea. And then it's long down the line looking for Wood, but Tarkowski gets up ahead of him, and the clearance header, Anya volleys back up there. Branthwaite has to stretch the neck muscles, but gets to that one. Harrison now challenging with Anya, who that come off last. It was the Everton man, so Anya now has a throw in about 5 yards inside the Everton half. A risky one there to Dominguez with the two subs, Beto and Garner bearing down on him, but the Argentinian finds Williams. Sunshine bright out again now. We've gone a bit grey for a bit, but it's bright again. There's shadows on this far side, but that ball's going for a throw in, are starting to creep further onto the pitch. But it's a throw in here to Everton, just inside their own half. We see Seamus Coleman there sitting on the bench in what you would say is a civvies, an Everton hoodie. The Ireland international, Everton club captain and club legend is out with an injury at the moment. Not sure whether he'll be back before the end of the season, but by the looks of it, even if he's not playing, he's going to be in that dugout, kicking every ball, heading every ball, and encouraging his side all the way. To expect nothing less from someone like Seamus Coleman. Ashley Young, really Everton's third choice right back, as there's a ball forward in the gloves of Pickford. Nathan Patterson, unfortunate, picking up what looks to be a potentially serious injury in that game at Chelsea on Monday night, which also looks set to rule him out of Scotland's Euro 2024 campaign. So disappointing for young Nathan Patterson. Here's Doucouré trying to shake off Danilo, but good challenge by the Brazilian, wins it back. Gibbs-White on halfway, faced up by Gueye, and he goes back to Williams. Forest edging possession, 57-43 as we stand. There's Dominguez, a combative Argentinian midfielder. Nice one-touch football, but a good sliding tackle there from Branthwaite in on Wood. But a poor pass from Gueye has sent Williams in down the right-hand side here inadvertently. He goes back to Alanga on the edge of the box into Wood, and he let that one roll under his foot. And Tarkowski gets there before Gibbs-White. Not clear yet, but now it is. Clipped down the left wing for Beto to chase, and he's having a real go there with Niakate, the two of them holding each other's shirt. And Beto, lovely play, lays off for Garner. And now Everton on the attack are getting the fans out of their seat. That guttural Goodison roar getting them behind them here. It's Harrison on the right hand corner of the penalty area, faced up by Anya. McNeil on the edge of the box. Twists and turns away from Danilo, goes back to Ashley Young. There's Harrison again, in line with the edge 18-yard box, a bit further wide this time, still faced up by Anya. He's going to try and get to the byline, but instead dummies back and gives it to Young. Followed there by Hudson-Odoi. The two of them having a good battle today. Hudson-Odoi, I think he probably could have had at least one penalty. Oh, lovely overlapping run from Young. Does he beat the byline? I don't think he did, and either way, Sells makes the catch, and Beto threw himself in there and has caught the Belgian stopper, who's not happy with the attention received by the Portuguese forward, but it was a goal kick anyway. As I said, Ashley Young couldn't get to the ball before the byline. So, goal kick taken short, and that's with Anya, the Forest left back. Gibbs White back to Murillo. Now Dominguez. Right onto that right hand touchline. The clouds have covered up the sun again. It's now back with Dominguez in midfield. Niakate. So Alanga, who just doesn't take the ball with him. McNeil will take it instead. Beto now midway inside the Forest half. He's just going to run straight here, the Forest defence. Beto to the edge of the box. He can get a shot. He's been forced wide by Murillo, but uses Harrison well on the right corner of the box. Beto into the middle now. Harrison to the byline. Sliding tight by Anya, but Harrison hurdles it and gets it in there. Oh, and he just couldn't pick out a blue shirt. It's going to come to Garner on the left-hand side of the penalty area. He's got Mikalenko with him, but Garner's going to chip one into the back post right through, and it's too long for Harrison. A bit of frustration, but also some applause there from the Everton fans. Some good enterprising play from their side. We'll see Harrison here, who just sends Anya for a bit of a hot dog there. That's a super interception actually from Nico Williams. I didn't see that at first. He got in ahead of Dwight McNeil, who tried to get on the end of that cross from Harrison. I mentioned earlier, Everton won 1-0 in the reverse fixture at the City Ground at the beginning of December. McNeil was the match winner that day. It's still 1-0 here, and we've still just over 15 minutes plus stoppage time to go, and it will be the jinx, but an Everton double over Forest, my goodness, that would go a long way to easing a bit of nerves around the blue half of Merseyside. The red half of Merseyside, they play in about an hour and a half's time. We'll have that one live for you here on Flash Score UK. They're at Craven Cottage today against Fulham, looking to get their stuttering season back up and going again. Of course, dumped out of Europe in midweek. And they've now had defeat to Crystal Palace last weekend. Sees them in third in the race for the title, which is very much still on, but my goodness me, Jurgen Klopp's men need 3 points in West London today. There's Hudson-Odoi with a cross to the back post, header away. That's Dwight McNeil back there. That just shows you the effort from Everton today. And now Anya has rugby tackled Harrison, who has somehow still managed to get a pass away to Doucouré, so advantage played. Doucouré over halfway. Oh, and McNeil on the run again and just overhit. Out for a throw in, but it's midway inside the Forest half. Abdoulaye Doucouré looking frustrated there, more perhaps with himself than with McNeil. Elsewhere, there's 3 o'clock kickoffs have just started at Aston Villa against Bournemouth and Crystal Palace West Ham. You can listen to them. We've got 15 minutes to go here. I'd love it if you stuck with us to see the end of this dramatic game. And in just under half an hour's time, we will also have the second of the FA Cup semi-finals, Coventry City against Manchester United, live from Wembley here on Flash Score UK. Stick with us for all your commentaries, your match reports, your previews, ratings, everything news, everything you could possibly need to get your football fix. We have it here at Flash Score UK. We've just over 15 minutes to go here at Goodison Park. Unofficial Premier League commentary this Sunday afternoon. It's Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Good challenge there by Gay. No free kick given out. It's Doucouré in the centre circle. He's been enterprising today, but his accuracy has been somewhat lacking. But he finds Harrison with a nice pass down the right hand side. Harrison into the back post. Doucouré's looking for it. Williams gets a head onto it. That's a free kick given against Doucouré as he caught the Welsh international with a high boot there. Doucouré's a big man, and I appreciate Williams perhaps ducked a little bit, but Doucouré's boot was very high. Yeah, and he's caught Williams there, and he might be lucky to escape with caution. No, he hasn't. So that's the first booking on the pitch today after Rui Silva in the Forest bench. The coach was booked, so the first yellow card on the pitch there goes to Abdoulaye Doucouré. So not a bad-tempered game by any means. It's taken us 75 minutes for a card from Anthony Taylor, but My goodness me, I'd like to see some of Nuno Espirito Santo's comments after this game regarding Taylor. Ashley Young potentially could have had 3 penalties given against him, and if any one of them been given, he probably couldn't have too many complaints, but he survived. And here's Doucouré midway inside his own half. Tarkowski under pressure from Wood, who has had a pretty quiet game, but he's a sort of striker, doesn't need too many chances to make an impact. So Everton do have a midweek fixture. And what a biggie it is. Merseyside derby here on Wednesday night. Another one, of course, you can listen to on Flash Score UK. Here's McNeil hitting one from range off the post. It's in! Just like Gay's effort in the first half. It's in off the post. It's Dwight McNeil in front of the Goodison Street end. What a massive goal that could be for Everton. 15 minutes to go. Dwight McNeil makes it Everton 2, Nottingham Forest 0. And it is absolute carnage here at Goodison Park. What a strike from Dwight McNeil. In off the post and settles in the far corner of the net. At the other end, Gay's effort off the post in the first half. And it is a friend of Everton today, the woodwork. What a hit from Dwight McNeil. I said earlier, he was the match winner at the City Ground in December. And now he may well have just sealed 3 points here at Goodison today. He's still taking the adulation of the Goodison Street end as he salutes those supporters who are going ballistic behind the goal. He got the ball from Garner in the centre circle. Nobody in red came near him. 1-2 with Doucouré onto his left foot, low and hard, in off the post. Danilo threw himself at it, couldn't block it, and Sells was slowed down. It initially looked like it might hit the post and come out off the base of the post and into the far side netting. What a strike from Dwight McNeil. 2 hard and low efforts in via the post. Looked like they could be the difference today for Everton. Dwight McNeil 2-0 to the Toffees. What a huge goal, and what a huge bearing that could have on Everton's season. Well, percent today, and they have 2 goals via the post that mean they lead 2-0 here. Would you believe that's only Dwight McNeil's 3rd goal of the season? 2 of them have now come against Nottingham Forest. He's looking for a free kick there off Dominguez on halfway, but nothing given, and Nico Williams will come away with it. Now Dominguez flicks it on for Gibbs White. A bit of urgency about Forest. Shame it took until 2-0 down for them to get it. Doucouré, though, a lovely footwork to get it away. Now McNeil's away over the halfway line again. Doucouré's there. Beto's nowhere to be seen. He was back helping the defence. He might not be needed. McNeil's going to hit one again, and Sells spills it and just about keeps it out. Oh, it's carnage here now at Goodison Park. Dwight McNeil hit that effort from the edge of the box. It was a lot more central this time. Sells didn't make it look pretty though, and when he dropped that one, it came off his knee and it could have gone anywhere, but he was able to mop it up. Nuno Espirito Santo is going to react to that with a triple sub. I can see 3 red-shirted bodies on the sideline. Can't tell who it is yet. I'll be able to tell you very shortly. But on 78 minutes, what I can tell you, it is Everton 2, Nottingham Forest 0 at Goodison Park. And Everton are just over 10 minutes away from only their 2nd win in the league in 2024. Murillo now goes on a run upfield. Challenged there by Gay. Back to Gibbs White around 30 yards from goal. Goes out left to Anya, left corner of the penalty area. Oh, lovely step overs, gets into the box, hits one, big deflection off Gay, loops into the air, Branthwaite heads it away, Wood with an overhead kick, can't get good contact, somebody in blue cleared that, I don't know who it was, there's about 4 of them in there, and now Doucouré comes away with Gibbs White, and that's a throw into Everton. I believe it is indeed off Hudson-Odoi, and the referee will stop to allow that triple sub from Nottingham Forest. But my word, what a huge goal that is from Dwight McNeil, and the whole atmosphere and mood around Goodison has gone from nerves to joy. They're still not there yet, and if anything about this Everton team in 2023-24 will tell you, it's not over till it's over. I don't know if Anthony Taylor is looking for is there a potential foul or a penalty here? No, it hits Tarkowski in the chest when Wood went for that overhead kick. He didn't make good contact. It hit Tarkowski in the chest. Nothing doing. The first man to come on here is actually the club captain, who was dropped today after the 2-2 draw with Wolves. and he's replacing Nicolas Dominguez, who's having a little bit of a barney with some Everton fans on the way off. Not a good look for the Argentinian, telling them to be quiet. He takes the armband off of Morgan Gibbs-White. Divock Origi is on for Callum Hudson-Odoi, a man who was prone to some late drama on the other red half of Merseyside is now on, and the young Portuguese man Rodrigo Ribeiro is on for Danilo. So just to confirm, that triple sub for Nuno Espirito Santo with just over 10 minutes to go, 2-0 down, desperately searching for something here for Forest. So he's made a triple sub. Coming off then are Danilo, Nicolas Dominguez and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Coming on, Ryan Yates, Divock Origi and Rodrigo Ribeiro, as the Forest manager desperately searching for something now. It's an Everton player on the ground holding his head. I think it's James Garner, and Anthony Taylor has brandished a card to somebody. I'm not sure who. It was actually Branthwaite again. He's not happy with whatever treatment he got from Forest player. It was off camera, as was the booking, so I'm still not sure who it is. The card's actually going to go to Jared Branthwaite. Oh, okay, well, he's not happy with that decision. It was indeed Garner who was floored. An elbow from Ryan Yates just on the pitch, challenging for a header, and he caught Garner with a bit of more a forearm than elbow, in fairness. So Yates took that armband off Morgan Gibbs-White as soon as he came on. Has conceded a free kick that there's red and blue shirts now lined up on the edge of the 18-yard box to defend it. Is there more in this game for Everton? If you haven't been following along, it's Everton 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Goals in either half via the post at either end from Idrissa Gueye and Dwight McNeil are the difference. As Anthony Alanga chases the ball into the left corner here, faced up by Ashley Young, gets past him at the byline but not. A wonderful tackle by Idrissa Gueye. Superb, had to be in that situation, otherwise that's a penalty. Doucouré, now Everton on the counter-attack, they're outnumbered, but there's a run up the middle from Beto. He's still going. Oh, was he fouled by Niakate? I don't think so. I think it was a good challenge from the Forest defender. It was, and they'll come away here now with Anya and now Alanga. Young, who has perhaps can count himself quite lucky, given that there's been not one, not two, but 3 times where he could have potentially given away a penalty. He's given 100% today, as has every Everton player, and as any Everton fan will tell you, that's all they want. That is all they want from their team, and they have given them that today, and they are 6 minutes away from a huge 3 points in this battle against the drop. Yates, Forest give it away again, and they are 6 minutes away from a big reversal here. Pickford booms on forward with his left foot. It's going to be too long for Beto. Murillo cushions a header down to Gibbs-White on halfway. Yates now back to Murillo, and now Yates, who is club captain, dropped today to the bench after the 2-2 draw with Wolves last week. but taking the armband back off Morgan Gibbs-White when he came on about 5 minutes ago. Here's Murillo to Gibbs-White. Didn't quite see Doucouré coming, but rides the challenge and gets an advantage from Anthony Taylor. Advantage not played as Doucouré has another go at Gibbs-White despite his protests. It's a free kick to Forest, about 10-15 yards inside the Everton half, fairly central, that Gibbs-White looks like he's going to take and launch into the penalty area. He is indeed. But it's the red and blue shirts are lined up sort of along the edge of the D on the edge of the box. Gibbs-White standing over this free kick, waiting to get going, waiting on the whistle from Anthony Taylor, who's trying to sort out a bit of jostling on the edge of that penalty area. White, who just hoofs one forward really, and Young gets to the knockdown by Wood up into the air. Gibbs-White beats Harrison in the air to it. Here's Ribeiro, first touch for the young Portuguese sub who come on there. Yates has got Garner all over him like a rash. That's a free kick to Forest midway inside the Everton half. Gibbs-White is going to take this time. The red and blue shirts do line up along the edge of the box. Gibbs-White and Anya are over it. Gibbs-White who dinks one in towards the keeper. Ribeiro is up there, but Pickford comes out and punches clear, and Beto is back to clear the header. McNeil and Williams go careering. Oh, and Williams has got over the advertising hoardings into the stand here. Oh, that's not a good collision there, and now their Forest medical staff are running down the touchline to tend to their Welsh fullback. It's totally accidental between McNeil and Williams, but Williams is actually still in the stand. I don't know whether he is hurt or not. Let's hope not. That's such a tight confines here at Goodison Park. And Nico Williams has felt the full force there, and will certainly have a bit of stoppage as well. The Welshman is being helped to his feet by some Everton fans down in there, as well as the Nottingham Forest medical staff and a couple from Everton as well. He seems to be almost sitting in one of the seats in the stand there, getting himself stretched. McNeil is over to check on him as well. Totally accidental, but my goodness, that could have been really nasty there for Nico Williams. He is back out onto the pitch now and seems to be okay, getting a warm round of applause from the Goodison Park faithful and a hug there from Dwight McNeil. So thankfully the medical staff and some of the ambulance crew who can stand down again, they were sent down there to check on the Welshman. But we're back on the way. The drop ball, Anthony Taylor drops at the feet of Ryan Yates, and we've a minute plus stoppage time to go. Wood with a good knockdown. The Ribeiro can't get past Branthwaite though, and away come Everton with Harrison. They've 30 seconds plus added, whatever Anthony Taylor adds on here to hold on to this one here. I say hold on, they're 2-0 up, but nothing is safe until the final whistle goes. Ribeiro, who has been lively since coming on for Forest, down the left touchline for Alanga, who really hasn't had the desired impact. Then it comes to the back post over the head of Origi, who threw himself at it, and McNeil will eventually clear, not very far though. Gibbs White back to Alanga on the edge of the box. Anya on the left touchline in front of those Forest fans who really have not enjoyed their Sunday trip to Merseyside. And did Young foul Alanga? No. And again Ashley Young gets a bit of a call from Anthony Taylor, and Harrison will clear from deep there. And now Beto has beaten Murillo but stumbles, but wins the throw in off the Brazilian centre half. And actually I think Anthony Taylor's going to say he wins the free kick. 9 minutes out of time, my goodness me. We have had a bit of stoppage in the second half, but 9, wow. That's greeted with some howls of derision around Goodison Park. But let me tell you, if it was still 1-0, I'm not even sure they'd be able to get their voices heard to be that nervous. They at least have a bit of a cushion that wonderful Dwight McNeil strike on 75 minutes has given them. Jordan Pickford has come all the way to the halfway line here to not take the free kick but place it for James Tarkowski, who isn't really in much of a hurry. He'll dink it down the line. Both Beto and Harrison chase, but it's away by Murillo. Harrison gets it back off Elanga, and now faced up by the Swede and Anya. Tries to go between the two. He and Elanga both end up on the ground, and Anya has the ball. No free kick given, but it's given away by Anya to Doucouré. Can he put the gloss on this result? Doucouré can't get a shot away. Murillo is following him all the way out to the edge of the box, and now he gives it away to Anthony Elanga in the end. And Anya throws himself to the ground rather dramatically, but it's enough to win the free kick for the challenge by Jack Harrison. But the Forest man is down holding his ankle, so you'd like to hope, unless he's genuinely injured, because if he isn't, then he's just wasting time, which I'm sure Everton will be happy enough for him to do so. Sean Dyche prowling the sideline. My goodness, he'll be proud of his team's display today. They have ridden their luck at times. It has been a little bit hairy at points, but goals in either half from Idrissa Gueye and Dwight McNeil, both of which hit the post and went in, give him a 2-0 lead. The woodwork has certainly been Everton's friend today. Forest are launching attack. Williams, good touch by Ribeiro, but a good challenge by Gueye. Gets it away, and Beto has hit the ground hard there and looks like he's out cold, and there's real concern for Beto. We went up for a ball with Morgan Gibbs White. He hit the deck hard, and I think he's out cold here. Gibbs White isn't in great nick either, but Beto, you just get that sickening one where you know the type I'm talking about, where they land, and there's Everton players looking genuinely concerned, heads and hands here. And this could be a really bad one for Beto. You always know, you can tell by the reaction of teammates and other players. Sean Dyche just telling everyone to calm down here on the sideline. But when Beto went up for that header, he's come down hard. I don't know whether it was the landing itself that has knocked him out, or whether he clashed with Gibbs White in the air. But there is significant concern around Goodison Park here for Everton's Portuguese striker. From both sides, it has to be said. And as we're into stoppage time now, we'll have a bit more added on because of that, of course. It's a sickening one for Beto. Let's hope he's okay. The camera here not focusing on him, focusing on Nuno Espirito Santo, who is furiously chewing gum on the sideline. Morgan Gibbs White is setting up now, so he is, well, certainly, if not a bit groggy. He's getting back to his feet, so that's good to see. But now the concern turns to Beto, and Gibbs White is straight over to check on the Portuguese striker. By the way, the other news, the 2-3 o'clock kickoffs in Premier League: Aston Villa 0, Bournemouth 0, but at Selhurst Park in that London derby, it's Crystal Palace 3, West Ham 0. I said at the start of this year, Crystal Palace could be in danger of getting, out of nowhere, getting sucked into a relegation battle, but certainly that scoreline will help them. And, well, I'm looking at the Everton bench now, with James Garner, James Tarkowski, Jordan Pickford over having a word with Sean Dyche, and Beto is being, I think they've got the stretcher on, and they've, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, at least 4, perhaps 5 medical professionals around him to lift him onto that stretcher very shortly. Of course, if it's a head injury or anything like that there, head, neck, back, anything of those, they must be so careful. Sean Dyche having a word with his bench. They do still have subs available. I would say it's probably his fellow Portuguese man Chermiti, who will perhaps replace Beto, who was a replacement himself, of course, for Dominic Calvert-Lewin on 65 minutes. They also have Lewis Warrington on there, but it is going to be Chermiti who is going to come on, the Portuguese man for the other Portuguese. The Everton bench and everybody, I say, at Goodison Park here. All our thoughts are with Beto. As soon as he hit the ground, you could tell, number one, first of all, by the way he hit the ground. Just one of those sickening blows where he lands, and you can tell straight away that it's like be sparked out. And then from the immediate reaction of not just his teammates but the Nottingham Forest players around too, as Morgan Gibbs White is able to walk under his own strength through the touchline, so thankfully he is okay, or seemingly okay. Said earlier, Seamus Coleman sitting on the bench in his Everton hoodie. You can see him behind Sean Dyche here taking a sip of water and looking concerned for his teammate. So the camera here not showing Beto at the moment. Now I don't know, so I can't really give you an update at the moment on his condition or whether he is being moved. It's certainly a really ugly scene there whenever he and Gibbs White went up for a header on the edge of, just outside the Everton box, and Everton's Portuguese striker hitting the deck hard. And we hope for his sake and everybody at Everton and everybody involved here that that's not a really serious one for him. So as I said to you there, Crystal Palace West Ham, 27 minutes gone is all they've played at Selhurst Park. 3-0 up. Michael Elise in the 7th minute, Eberechi Eze in the 16th, and an own goal from Emerson in the 20th minute has Palace ahead in that London derby. So as it stands now, there's still a long way to go in that one. West Ham sitting in 8th, still an outside shot of making it into Europe. Palace now, that would move them up to 14th, and 36 points and 11 clear of 18th Luton. So you'd like to think that even if all the permutations of Everton and Forest, points deductions, etc., that win, and they want as many as they can, but that win you'd like to think will pull Palace to safety. Elsewhere it's Aston Villa 0, Bournemouth 0. I've just been informed that the Cherries have been given a penalty at Villa Park, so I'll keep you informed there. That's about half an hour gone there too, and that's not what Aston Villa will be wanting. They're the only English team left in Europe, of course, after a dramatic shootout victory in the Conference League quarter final on Thursday night over Lille. They currently occupy 4th in the Premier League, having played a game more than Tottenham behind them. So let's see if that penalty has been given, has been confirmed or scored. Aston Villa take on the Greek giants Olympiacos in the Conference League semi-finals, the first leg at Villa Park on the 2nd of May, so that's not this Thursday coming but next, before the following week going to Athens to take on Olympiacos. But before that they've Bournemouth today, they've they have Chelsea on Tuesday, and then away to Brighton the following weekend, so not easy for Villa. So that penalty from Bournemouth. No word on it yet. As Dominic Solanke is stepping up to take it. It's one you can listen to as well here on Flash Score UK. A colleague will have that for you. But in case you're wondering what's going on here at Goodison Park, we have a stoppage in play for a rather sickening looking injury to Beto, the Everton striker. Went up for a challenge, went for a header with Morgan Gibbs-White on the edge of the box and came down hard, and is only now, after about 6-7 minutes, has he been stretchered off and is replaced by Chermiti, his countryman. Beto himself was a sub on for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That penalty, by the way, is scored by Dominic Solanke at Villa Park, so half an hour it's Aston Villa 0, Bournemouth 1. And I'll say it's Crystal Palace 3, West Ham 0. We're underway again. Beto has been stretchered off, and all of our thoughts and prayers from myself and everyone at Flash Score UK goes to him. And Chermiti, just off the bench, literally first touch, is fouled by Murillo, who's booked. Now Anthony Taylor gets the card out there. We were supposed to have 9 minutes of added time, but that injury happened around 2 minutes into that 9, and the clock is now ticking into minute 101, so I would say it could be minute, well, maybe even 110, 108 or so before we get close to finishing up here. It's, let's say, thoughts and prayers to Beto from us all here at Flash Score UK, from myself as well, and everybody I'm sure listening, after being knocked out, going up for that header with Morgan Gibbs-White. Doucouré down there challenge with Murillo on that free kick. The skies have gone grey again over Goodison Park in the meantime. Anya with the throw in. Gibbs-White intercepted by McNeil. Nicely done. Everton on the cusp of a big victory here. Now they have one they really need, but that injury to Beto will of course be a real black mark on the result, and they'll be hoping and praying that it's nothing too serious and he is able to recover soon. So fingers crossed for that one, but we are playing on here. It's Mikolenko with a throw in midway inside the Forest half, sends it down the line, headed out by Nico Williams, who, well, about 5 minutes before that one could have had a very nasty one himself, challenging a full-blooded tackle, nothing dirty, with Dwight McNeil, Everton's second goal scorer, to the touchline, and Williams ended up cartwheeling into the stand. Perhaps some of those Everton fans cushioned the blow and he was okay. Forest now have it in the middle of the park with Ryan Yates, who was over halfway. So Anya clips him forward his right foot. Branthwaite, though, can let that one run through to Jordan Pickford, who picks it up at the second attempt under no pressure and will be happy to hold on to this ball. And Pickford, well, he did not have a good night at Stamford Bridge on Monday night. 2, maybe even 3 of those 6 Chelsea goals could be back to him. Here's Chermiti now, getting a chance that we didn't think he would have. His pass looking for Garner, gets through the legs of Niakate, but there's Gibbs-White, who is okay. Back to challenge, and Chermiti throws himself into the tackle on Niakate. Goal kick to Nottingham Forest, and Matt Sells will try and get that one forward. Well, actually he's going to play it short to Murillo, and now Yates coming over halfway for Nottingham Forest. Unsure really how much time we'll have. I said we were about 2.5 minutes into the 9 added on whenever Beto went down stricken, but we're technically into the 104th minute here, but not really sure where we stand in terms of added time. I'm sure we have another 3 or 4 minutes anyway. By the way, at Selhurst Park, after 32 minutes, Crystal Palace 4, West Ham 0, and at Villa Park 33 as well, Aston Villa 0, Bournemouth 1. There's a header back across by Williams at the back post into the gloves of Pickford, who dummies a throw and then decides, no, we'll hold on to this one. Jordan Pickford, tell you, he's expressive on the football pitch for a goalkeeper, expresses his emotions, and wears his heart in his sleeve. He made a big save in the first half. Chris Wood's close range effort after getting at the end of Morgan Gibbs White's miss-hit shot from close range, and then a double tackle from Tarkowski to deny the New Zealand international. At that point, Pickford beat his chest and roared at the Gladys Street, and well, maybe at that point that was the kind of the point Everton knew they would win it. They were 1-0 up at the time. They're 2-0 up now, goals in either half from Idrissa Gueye and Dwight McNeil. Both ended up going in off the post. Woodwork has very much been Everton's friend today. They look like they're going to get just a second win in 2024. Good interception by Gueye on the edge of the box, the man who scored that first goal, and he gets a bit lucky and then just runs into Murillo like a brick wall. Murillo stands and Gueye ends up on the ground. Here's Yates. Is there still something maybe in this for Forest? Williams running along the edge of the box, comes to Gibbs White, who stabs it in there, and Pickford comes out and claims another one. He is just picking those balls out of the sky here, deep into stoppage time. Jordan Pickford. That second goal from Dwight McNeil has been so crucial just for the nerves and general atmosphere and mood around Goodison Park. Pickford, side foot volley long. Anthony Taylor still going here in 106 minutes. We had about 6 or 7 minutes at least of Beto to be stretchered off. Again, I say thoughts and prayers with him. There's Shermidi, the man who replaced him. Fives Yates on halfway, and then is going to get himself a booking, would you believe? Barely on the pitch, but a booking for stopping the quick free kick, which Forest have now taken anyway. Pumped forward by Gibbs White into the box. Shamidi's back there, but it goes over his head and over Chris Wood's, and out for a goal kick. That might just be enough to finish this game. I think Sean Dyche is asking the fourth official, where do we stand in terms of minutes? We played 106 now. We were supposed to get 99. We had a big chunk of added time anyway, and then that horrible injury to Beto happened into it. Nuno Espirito Santo, though, a dreadful afternoon for him. This was one that they really had to win as a must-win for both sides. A draw wouldn't have done anybody any good, but my goodness, Everton are going to come away with a huge 3 points here from Goodison Park. 3 points that will put them